23% of kids admit having said something mean or hurtful to another person online.
Anything you said against the government, blaming their policies, that would be enough to get you put in jail.
One hand. There you go. All right, three of you together.
Aaron Jamal Colston.
Roanoke City Schools live by the motto, strong students, strong schools, strong city. It's certainly working.
I've been with the school system for 8 years, and it has never been in better shape, in my opinion, and I have never been more excited about its future.
Pretty amazing when you consider the enormous challenges Roanoke City schools face every day. Our English language learners, commonly called ELL students, have skyrocketed, jumping by 7% on average the last few years. More than 75% of our students now get free or reduced lunch by the federal government. Not to mention the number of students who are homeless keeps going up. As of this October, nearly 350 of our students don't have a place to call home. That's an astonishing 72% increase in just 1 year. Many of those students go here to Fallon Park Elementary.
Some of the challenges that we face are students and families coming in off the streets carrying suitcases and everything that they own. And they show up and we do everything that we possibly can to make sure that they can go day to day without being recognized as a student with specific challenges.
Despite this and other unimaginable circumstances, students in Roanoke City schools are still making the grade.
We have to face the fact that if we don't educate these students in this city and in this country, that it's kind of pay now or pay later.
There may be no better example of that than at Forest Park Academy.
Now what's the next one?
It's a school for students who have dropped out or are in danger of dropping out. Students say this school has changed their life.
I probably would be outside in the streets looking up at drug dealers and all of that. But now that I'm in this school, I'm happy. I can feel like I'm going to graduate and become successful.
Who says we have the freedom of speech?
The Constitution?
The U.S. Constitution?
Here at Forest Park, students get plenty of one-on-one attention and sometimes tough love.
Many people ask us what is so different about Forest Park Academy, and we believe that we will go beyond the call of duty daily. And if it means going to a door and knocking on that door and asking a student to get up and get dressed and we bring them to school, we'll do that.
It's working. Forest Park has been around for 5 years and has graduated more than 500 students. Blue Santalis will soon be one of them. He'll graduate this year and plans to go to Virginia Western Community College. And he already has set his sights beyond that.
I plan on going to a bigger college to get my master's degree in business, so I can get my own business and help out my own country.
Forest Park Academy has helped to increase Roanoke's graduation rate. Right now, 76% of our students graduate on time. Just 5 years ago, that number was close to 60%.
But I am really proud of something else. Our graduation rate for white students and African American students is just almost the same. And that has been, I'm very proud of that because education is a civil right.
Getting our kids ready for the future is also a major focus at the Roanoke Technical Education Center. We call it RoTech. Right now, there are close to 4,000 middle and high school students in Roanoke taking some sort of career and technical classes.
I think career and technical education is the essence for the future for the United States, the state of Virginia, and for the overall growth of our economy.
To meet that need, RoTech offers 9 different career opportunities.
Just get that tip into the board.
The most popular by far, culinary arts.
This week is lasagna, so I'm going to probably have to walk an extra 10 or 20 miles to work off the lasagna from this week, but everything that they make is fantastic.
Fantastic is also a good way to describe the arts programs in Roanoke City schools. Thanks to a $4,000 grant by VH1 every year, students in 10 of our elementary schools now have access to musical instruments. And this year, we've introduced choir at the middle schools.
Even I'm impressed by the progress that the students make when they start in 4th and 5th grade, and you go to a middle school concert and you see how far that they've come along, and you go to the high school concert and you sit in the auditorium and say, whoa, These are great students with a lot of talent.
Talent that has become so well known. Last spring, Patrick Henry High School's orchestra was invited to perform at the prestigious Carnegie Hall in New York City.
It was like the best experience I've ever had, and one that I'll never have again. And it was just, I can't even put into words like what it felt going down there and like actually being on the stage. It was great.
Patrick Henry's orchestra isn't the only one representing Roanoke City schools throughout the USA.
Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life, but define yourself.
Westside Elementary is one of the few elementary schools in the country to have a debate team.
As many as 165,000 students stay home on any given day because they're afraid of being bullied.
It's called the Westside Debaters.
What they've done and what has become of this team and become of these students is really amazing, because it's not really what they're accomplishing, it's what they're becoming.
Last spring, the Westside Debaters were invited to Wiley College in Texas, a place that was featured prominently in the Denzel Washington movie, The Great Debaters.
97% of middle schoolers are bullied while online.
The students have been invited back again this year.
Bullies thrive wherever authority is weak.
Be able to stand in front of an auditorium full of people and deliver with confidence, with poise, with conviction. It was amazing to see our kids do that. Our kids, our babies here at the elementary level.
Roanoke's business community donated the funds to make that trip a reality for our kids. It's one of many examples of businesses throughout the Roanoke Valley working together to help the school system. Take the Community College Access Program, or CCAP for short. Businesses have chipped in nearly $4 million so graduating seniors in Roanoke City can continue their education at Virginia Western Community College. Their tuition is taken care of for 2 years.
CCAP has actually saved me tons of money, because if I were to go out of state, that would be costing me $20,000 per semester. While staying here at Western and CCAP program, everything is free. The only thing coming out of my pocket is just books for my classes.
The support by the business community doesn't end there. When Roanoke City Schools was facing devastating budget cuts, many restaurants supported a 2% hike in the city's meals tax. It was called the Eat for Education campaign, and all that money raised by the meals tax increase went to Roanoke City Schools.
I thought this is a pretty painless way to get this extra revenue that the city needed, and I felt it was really, really important for the school system not to have to cut a lot of positions to keep the school system healthy and vibrant.
Eat for Education raised more than $9 million for Roanoke City Schools. It would not have been possible without the strong support by members of Roanoke City Council. They made the special tax a reality.
I think some might have argued that that was political suicide to do so, but the City Council that appointed us to do a job respected what we were doing, appreciated the results we were obtaining, and dug in.
Cooperation between Roanoke City Council and the school board also paid off back in June, when the city of Roanoke won the All-American City Award, largely for its reading program in the schools.
I'll tell you what I said when Roanoke became an All-American city for the 6th time. I feel that this is the most collaborative city in America.
This forward thinking can also be found in other ways in Roanoke City Schools. In the last 5 years, the school board closed 5 schools and outsourced both school nurses and transportation, all of which saved the school system millions of dollars.
All of these things are an unabashed effort by a progressive and an aggressive school board to reduce our expenses as far as we can, plow that money into the classroom, and return positive results, all of which we've done, and we're very proud of that.
But major challenges remain. The 2% meals tax increase has expired, and Roanoke City Schools face another tough budget year. The school board also continues to fight a law that prevents school systems in Virginia from setting their own calendar. Roanoke City Schools would like to have the power to open before Labor Day.
If you had told me when I'd started 8 years ago that that is an issue that we would have spent this kind of time on, I would have said you're high.
In Virginia, we are going to be required, commencing in 2014, to put a series of programs in place with the community college so that students can get a community college degree simultaneously with their high school diploma. It will be very difficult for us, since Virginia Western starts before Labor Day, if we're not able to start before Labor Day.
Roanoke City Schools has come a long way, but we still have a long way to go, and we need your help to cross the finish line. For an example, an intense summer school in mathematics and reading will transform us into a truly great district. We need state lawmakers to listen to good ideas that will make us that great district.
We're going to have to keep chugging. I never, and I mean never, say it's good enough. Now, where we came from wasn't good. But as long as we're getting better every year, I'm happy. I don't make excuses, and I don't listen to excuses. We just do our best every single day.
We realize we couldn't do this without our dedicated teachers, our hardworking students, and parents who care. We need lawmakers to help us become a stronger school system. Sometimes we will need your financial help, but Roanoke City Schools will never ask you for money unless we can ensure student achievement. Community partnerships, financial support from area businesses, and most important, you are all making this school system one of the best in Virginia. And for that, we simply say thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.